Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Welcome to my channel today. Thanks for pressing play on the video and for joining me. Today I'm taking part in the Project Share blog hop. This is a group of four of us, four girls, Verity, Heather, Jez and I. We're the Project Share girls. We do a lot of promotion on our blogs for each other. So we have a post every week on a Thursday where we promote one of each. So one of each of the others' projects. So 3 projects on our blog on a Thursday. So you can see what the others have been up to. Love these girls. Love meeting up in person with them, which I haven't been able to do for so long now. But hopefully we will be able to get back to events sometime this year. But anyway, today we're doing a blog hop and our theme is floral. This is my entry into the blog hop. I'm back to rainbows. I'm back to using my favouriteest ever punch, the small bloom punch. So sad to see that's going. That won't be around in the next catalogue. So if you want it, get it now. It's also discounted. So if you do want it, do get it now, because instead of £12, it's £7.20. So it's an absolute bargain. And I'm going to show you how I made it, my little rainbow cascade of flowers. So I'm once again using, I think, now are these called True Love Paper? I think they're called True Love papers. I never know whether they're True Love or Love You Always, because there were two suites in the catalogue. I think this one is True Love. They're all black and white, so there's nice floral designs on one side, and then these more geometric patterns on the other side. We're going to cut a piece of this. So on this one I used a black and white stripy one. This one I'm going to use the polka dot one. I think this one is my favourite one from the pack, and I'm going to cut it to 18 by 5. So could have done the card blank first, actually. That might have been more sensible, but anyway, we're here now, so let's do that. So 5 centimetres, oh, came out of the slot, by 18 centimetres. Oh, I'm going to need my arm out. By 18 centimetres. There we go. So very, very long, thin panel. This is, of course, a long, thin, a skinny card. So you will need envelopes. I found a load of envelopes. I've got pearl white, or off-white really, they're sort of creamy colour, very vanilla colour. I've got gold and I've got silver in my stash, and I've got loads of these. So if you'd like to buy a pack of envelopes off me, do let me know, because I've got lots that are the right size for these sorts of cards. The piece of black that I'm going to mount this on, so we're going to have a little black border around it, is going to be 18.5 by 5.5. So just slightly bigger. Give a little tiny border around the edges, like so. And that should mat onto there quite nicely. There we go. Yep, lovely. Okay, and then our card blank is going to, the piece of cardstock is going to make 15 by 21. I'm just checking, and that's 21, so I need it to measure 15 this way. And then I'm going to score that at 7.5. So it's, like I say, a very long, skinny. Like so. There we go. Pop my trimmer away. Don't think I need that anymore now. And the colours that I'm working in with my card, they're all brights, all from our brights family. So if you don't have all these colours, you could just buy a mixed pack of card and you'd have all the colours that you need, which is a good tip. I think if I had to choose one, if I was going to be stranded on a desert island and I just had to choose one family of colours, it would be the brights for me that I would choose. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to layer this on here and then this on here, and that's the basis of our card. So let's mount this first of all. These are lovely, these black and white papers, and again they'll be going as well, I'm afraid. Lots I'm using in this card, on this card today, will be going. There we go. Like so. on there. So this paper is going, this designer series paper is going. The small bloom punch, like I said, is going. The punch, the Field of Flowers punch that I used to make these little ones, that's going. So it's very, very sad that a lot of these products, and they become real favourites with me. They feel like old friends, and then when they go, I'm a bit bereft for a little while. But then I realise that there's loads of lovely new stuff coming in. So I don't suppose I'll be bereft for very long. And actually, these products I will be keeping in the small bloom punch I will be keeping, and the Field of Flowers punch I will be keeping as well. As a demo, you do have to be quite careful about what you keep, because you do run out of room quite easily, quite quickly, because we have a lot of product to demonstrate. But those products, I don't keep everything. And those products I will be. Stuff I won't be keeping will eventually be added to my buy one get one free sale, so keep an eye on that if there was anything that you fancy, but it won't be there for a while, so, and no guarantees of what will and what won't be there. So if you want it, really buy it now from the catalogue. Right, okay, so now we need our flowers, and I have already punched most of them. I'm just going to take the punch just to show you, and we're going to punch a Mango Melody. So very easy to do with our small bloom punch. But then what I have actually done, and I have done some of these already, I've given them a little bit of dimension. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So you just need to take your foam mat, if you've got one, or something soft, something that's got a bit of give in it, and your embossing tool. Now this isn't the embossing tool that you'll have, but it's very similar. I haven't got my scoring board out at the minute, but this is a very similar end. This is the big end of the embossing tool, and you just circle, I think on the what's it called, the pick up tool, the take it tool, something like that, our tool. Actually I haven't noticed whether that's in the new catalogue. I'm presuming it must be still in there. There we go. So just start in the centre, add a bit of pressure, and then just do wider and wider circular motions, and that will just bring the petals up a little bit and give your flower a bit of dimension. Like so. There we go. Right, okay, so now we need to position. So I'm just going to measure where halfway is here. And it is, I'm going to put a little tiny mark here, just so that I know where the centre is. Actually, let's do our sentiment so we can put that on first and work around it. So I'm using Thank You this time. It's going to be a thank you card, and it's from the Blossoms in Bloom. Blossoms in Bloom is a great set, and it's got all these sentiments as well. Just reach over and get my Memento Black. A little bit of Whisper White, a basic white. I need to stop calling it Whisper White. We don't stock Whisper White anymore. Sadly, the factory that made the mill that made it went out of business. So let's stamp our thank you. That's great. And then I'm just going to do it as snips. I'm just going to cut it with snips, I think. Maybe I'm not. I'm always worried that I'll do it wonky. When I would do it if I was on my own, I would do it, but on camera I always think I'm gonna mess it up, so I'm gonna do it with the trimmer. So just cut this to size on your trimmer. So one there. Whereabouts do we want it? About there. Oh, that looks like I'm going to cut straight through it. Don't want to do that. Let's put it up here and just measure there. There we go. That will do nicely, thank you. And I can trim the end off by hand. There we go. I trust myself to do that. And then we just need a little bit of black as well to mount this on. So if I measure the size I need the black, my thank you is, it's quite fiddly to do these little messages like this. my thank you is 4.1 by 1.1. So I want it to be 4.4. I'm going to do it by 1.4. And it's very easy actually if you've got those measurements to do this on the trimmer. Except this is so small I can't hold it. Let's hope that's right. There we go. There we are. And that's going to layer on there. Oh, beautiful. Lovely. Pleased with that. Quite a lot of faffing around just for sentiment, but it's good to get it right. A little bit of Tombow. A little bit of spreading out with my cocktail stick, which is going to come into its own in a minute because I'm going to use it when I'm placing the flowers. And then, so how is everybody doing? We've now had a few days in England of the restrictions easing slightly. I've lost the plot with where Scotland and all the other nations of the UK are. So confusing having different regulations for different places. Here it's bad enough being different to Europe. And there we go, that's going to go there roughly in the middle, so there. So I'm going to glue that on, but then I can arrange my flowers around it. So so this is going to be going out, actually it'd be Easter Saturday this is going out, so I suppose it ought to have been an Easter project, but then it would have been a bit late for you to make it. So but on Tuesday actually, we are going to Brighton to see my oldest daughter. And then we're going to plan when we're going to go see my youngest daughter as well one day. So it's very exciting being able to do these things again. So miss them. Love having video calls with them, but it's just not quite the same. Still won't be able to hug them. We're not allowed to hug in England yet. So no hugs for us yet, but at least I can see them. I can only see one of them at a time at the moment. Look at that, isn't that good? Oh, I'm liking this dotty background. Right, so I'm just going to take, I've positioned them where I want them, so I'm just going to take a little bit of Tombow on. I've got it on a lid, it's on a Pringles lid actually. Guess what my snack of choice is? I always have a ready supply of Pringles lids. And just put a little bit of glue on the bit that's raised at the back, so you're not gluing down the petals, because you want a little bit of dimension. It might get squashed in the post, but then the person can always pull the petals up again. Like so. You could do these just going in a straight line up like that if you wanted. You could arrange them differently. Don't feel obliged to slavishly follow my designs. I love it when I see people not copying my design, but using them as inspiration, but improving upon them. I love it. Giving me more inspiration then. And just one more. There we go. Lovely. You've probably got time just to move them a little bit if you're not quite happy with your placement. So that's the joy of using Tombow. Okay, and then I have already cut out. I'm using Field of Flowers punch. I think that's what it's called, Field of Flowers. This is going, I'm afraid, this is going to be leaving us. It punches out 6 of these little flowers, and they're so useful little fillers. So I've just taken a piece of black cardstock or coloured cardstock and just punched. Oh, not like that. Just punched, and you can save the 3 black ones, the big ones that you need. And you can save if you punch out all of them, you can save the little ones. Although there is a way, if you only want one, if you just put a corner of your cardstock in, you can just punch out one little flower, so you don't need to waste a lot of cardstock. So I am just going to put a little dob of Tombow in the centre of each of my flowers. Like so. I only need a little bit, they're only little tiny flowers. And then come in with my tweezers. If you've got a, oh, I'm going to have to look that up now. What is it called? Something tool. Oh, someone remind me. I will look it up in the catalogue after I've been on here. In fact, I might look it up in the catalogue in a minute. It's driving me nuts. What is it called? Let's just put me out of my misery. Pick me up tool? Take your pick. I knew it had take in it and pick. Take your pick tool. There we go. Yeah, very useful little tool that. Make a good, great present, I always think, for anyone who's a crafter. If you've got anyone who's a paper crafter especially, that would make a great little present, because it's not something that they're likely to have unless they're a Stampin' Up aficionado, which why wouldn't they be? Yeah, it's a nice little tool, does lots of jobs. Right, there we go. That looks quite nice like that, doesn't it? Just on its as it is. But actually we're going to carry on. We're going to add, now I've cut out coloured flowers with the same punch, the same size. And I'm just going to add one of those each time. So just one of these little flowers, just somewhere near the corresponding flower of that colour. You could mix it up if you want. You don't need to do what I do. Remember, you could mix them all up so they're all muddled. I quite liked following on with the theme, like so. And then all we've got to do is put the little pearls in the centre. And I've just realised that pearls need to go on my next order, because I've been hunting around in my drawer and I've got several sheets of them and they're all nearly empty. So I really must add them to my order in a couple of days. It's a couple of days from when I'm taping this. It will be ordered by the time this goes out. Bermuda Bay. So did I tell you the colours? I think I started telling you they were all brights, but I didn't actually tell you the colours. So they are Pacific Point, Bermuda Bay, that's not quite in the middle, Coastal Cabana, Granny Apple Green, Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, Melon Mambo and Gorgeous Grape. Those are the colours if you want to replicate my card. But of course you can use your own colour combination. You don't have to use as many colours. You can use fewer. You can use pastels. You could use neutrals. Whatever you takes your fancy. Right, now, where are my pearls? Here we go. Right, as you can see, I've got lots of sheets. Oh, that one wanted to go for a ride. And I'm just going to pop one in the centre here. There we go. Oops. Another thing that is really one of my basics in my toolbox is a sheet of basic pearls. Really need to have a sheet of basic pearls and some rhinestones as well. Right, we've got another sheet here. Let's use this one. Oh, got one wants to come where I don't want it to go. Let's stick that back down there. Oh, we've got one more on here. We'll use, oh, they're really having fun today, aren't they? Got a lot of energy, these pearls today. There we go. This is where the take your pick tool might be useful, because it's got a pokey tool on it. You could use that to place your pearls. There we go. Oh, look, I've finished one sheet. Yay, get rid of that one. I have a lovely new sheet coming. So that one's only got big ones left on it. I've used that sheet up as well. So I can just use one on here. And then I've just got a couple more pearls on that sheet. And that one will be finished. Right, there we are. Two. Let's get rid of all the clutter and all the bits of paper and all the spare punched out flowers. And show you both my cards. There we go. Wonder if you have a favourite. I think both of them are really nice. I love a rainbow. I do love a brightly coloured rainbow. Yeah. So that's it from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't know if I mentioned at the beginning, but if you do want to buy anything, remember there are some really good bargains at the moment in the shop. All the last chance items are things that will be retiring at the beginning of May. A lot of them have got really good discounts on them. So do have a look. If you go into my shop, and go up to the top and say sales and specials, and you'll see last chance products, and that will bring everything up that's going to be retiring from the catalogue. And if you do that, if you do want to order, please use my code up until the end of March. Oh, this will be the wrong code. Forget that. I haven't got my April one set up yet. Check my blog for my April code. I'm just thinking this will be going out on the 1st of April, so that I haven't set up my new code yet, but there'll be a new code for April, and if you use it, I can send you a free product gift the following month. And if you forget to use it and then realise, please let me know, because I can contact demo support and get them to add it. So that'd be really good. Right, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be back very, very soon. Have a good weekend. Bye.